Humanity. It's alleged that we rise above all other species, not only because our large brains have allowed us to manipulate tools, but because humanity, cross-culturally, have relied on different modes of communication in order to transmit ideas to one another. Communicating anything from the location of food and water to the transmission of feelings and emotions has allowed our species to dominate the planet. But communication is often tailored to fit the moment. Excitement, love, fear, and joy always have specifically different tones. Yet one emotion in particular, anger, seems to leave people tongue-tied. At that peak moment of absolute frustration, after all yelling has ceased, something magical seems to happen. Instead of continuing to belabor the point verbally, people today simply extend their dominant hand and raise their middle finger. Ah, the middle finger, the bird, the flip-off, the fuck you. It seems to be one of the most globally understood signals. Despite its prevalence in our society, many can't seem to agree on where this gesture actually originated.
I wouldn't think that this would have an origination, you wouldn't think. But, I mean, if you're doing something about it, it must have some kind of history, you know, other than people being stupid.
Maybe when Eve decides, told Adam, hey, give me another apple, maybe he just gave her a finger back.
Well, I know it sounds stupid, and I know it's been around for millions of years or some shit like that, but I bet you some New Yorker just picked it up one day and said, hey, I'm going to start using this, and then people just started picking it up and started saying fuck you to everybody.
I really couldn't say. I use it for what I use it for, and that's pretty much it.
Shakespeare, they have the biting the thumb at people, that's like the same thing. Or in China, they give the pinky, and that means the same thing. So really, it could have started anywhere.
The only thing I ever heard was like French archers or some war thing. That's about it. Cutting a finger off or something, I'm not sure.
During the War of Agincourt in 1415 between the British and the French, a system of capture was devised among the French army. Longbow archers, fairly unskilled men in large numbers, comprised major strength who were opposed to the famed knights. By firing an arrow from several hundred yards, they could strike and kill an armored man in the densely populated ranks of the opposing force. As in all battles, some were caught. After capture, their middle finger was cut off in order to prevent the man from accurately firing a longbow again. This rendered him no longer being a threat, as he would not have likely received additional expensive military training with a sword or lance, probably couldn't ride horseback, and likely was too poor to afford expensive chainmail, helmets, and shields necessary for hand-to-hand combat. It is also believed that the origin of the companion phrase to the middle finger, fuck you, is from this time as well. The longbow was made from the English yew tree, and to fire an arrow meant plucking the yew. The word fuck in English has other closely related words in Dutch and German, fick, ficken, and fucking.
Hey Birdie, do you think that the finger was invented in England?
No, of course not. I heard that the finger was invented in Rome.
Then I found that the Roman Emperor Caligula used to insist that subjects he was not pleased with kiss his middle finger instead of his hand. The impact of this gesture set the tone and disdain held for this appendage.
I heard it was Greece, but I'm not certain.
Indeed, the Greeks referenced the use of the middle finger to represent the scrotum and the penis, mostly within the context of comedies and plays. Men also wore leather straps from their belts to act as satirical penises of a larger size. The finger was the low-budget version of these phallic props. And then finally, there's the chicken checker theory. The method, originally innocent, was used to check hens with one's middle finger for eggs. This may have also represented something phallic in nature, and therefore was eventually interpreted as an insult.
This is pretty impressive to me. We gave you democracy, the middle finger, and gay sex. Go Greeks.
With its long history, the finger is a widely understood gesture, yet no one knows exactly why it evolved. Is it because our advanced spoken languages sometimes just aren't enough?
Kind of like it. Turns me on.
What would it look like? I ain't telling you.
You want to show us?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not gonna do it.
Fuck everything. So. I don't know. Things that piss me off, usually things that make me happy. Like, yeah, it's a seal of approval. So.
You see your friend down the street. What's up?
Yeah, exactly.
Those kids are gonna be like.
Exactly. It's pretty.
Honestly, it's the best way of saying fuck you without actually saying it.
Fuck you. That's what it means.
I would never do that.
Never do that?
No.
Under even the harshest circumstances?
No, I would never do that.
Never at all?
No, I would never either. I can understand why other people might do it, but I wouldn't do it.
I don't know if they're having a wicked hangover. Try to beat the hangover, get aggravated, you know.
Yet the finger is universal. It is understood by most of the world. We haven't found an example that contradicts the meaning of this gesture. Gestured language is a very important part of the human communication. Because words only list our feelings in an objective way, gestures help experience feelings. Does showing someone how you would forcefully insert your finger or whole arm into an orifice of their body help us deal psychologically with the stress of living in society?
One thing with when you give somebody a hand gesture, just in general, any of the hand gestures, it's always if it's something bad, your palm is faced towards you, and if it's something good, your palm is faced out, like a wave or rock and roll. This meaning the devil, this meaning good, things like that. So when your hand is facing you, it's bad, and that's like this. But I don't think there's this at all. No, but, that's the only thing I remember.